Hey 49ers fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Chat Sports, and today we have a fresh San Francisco 49ers mailbag video where we're going to answer all the questions you guys left on my video from Thursday or Friday of last week. A lot of great questions here. Let's go ahead and jump right into question number one. The Machine on YouTube asks, hashtag 49ers, do you think having Kwon Alexander for the rest of the season will affect how well we do in the playoffs? So again, if you were out of town this week, you put your phone away, you didn't realize Kwon Alexander did tear his pectoral muscle, meaning he is done for the season, which is one awful, but two, one of the stars of our defense. Kwon Alexander, the trade that we made to get him over from Tampa Bay was one of the best moves the 49ers made this offseason, and in reality, is going to affect them going forward. Now, the question asks, how will it affect what we do in the playoffs? I'm not sure it's going to fully affect how we do it on the playoffs because I think the replacements are not bad. GREENLAW is going to be filling in a spot at the weak inside linebacker on base downs, which means as soon as they go to the nickel, he'll be the first player off the field to sub in Kwan Williams, their nickel cornerback, and they are most likely going to have Alshire as the backup. They were very high on him in the preseason, and I would bet money they're probably going to sign Elijah Lee, who played with them last year. He's 23 years old, played well in the preseason, and they liked him during this offseason. They just had too many good linebackers. So it will have an effect. Yes, I'm very curious what the effect is. We'll find out on Monday night when they take on Seattle. But at the same time, Kwon Alexander is not the only reason the 49er defense was playing at the level that it was. And GREENLAW, for what it's worth, is one of the better backups in the National Football League. Am I concerned? Sure. But am I at the point where it's like, man, could really hurt our playoff run or hurt our chances to have a first round bye? No, not as concerned as some people are. What do you guys think? Will the 49ers have a first round bye in the postseason? No. It makes sense. Type Y for yes. Type N down below for no. I think still a lot of Y's down below, but I think it's pretty obvious. I'm pretty sure that they are going to have a first round bye. At least they should. That's the goal now going forward in the rest of the games. Okay, Jay Vaughn on YouTube asks, are you at all concerned with our run defense given the last two games? I'm concerned a team like the Ravens are going to run all over us. Okay, this is a question we got multiple times asking about, we just saw the Cardinals drop 25 points on us. How concerned are you about the defense? Here's the deal. The past 4 games before that, yes, Carolina had Christian McCaffrey, but the defense helped the Panthers to 13 points, the Redskins to nothing, and the Rams to 7. Here's the deal about the last 2 games. The Cardinals are a run-heavy team that scheme the run very, very well due to the fact that Cliff Kingsbury, runs it out of the spread. They have Kyler Murray as well. That's a mobile running quarterback, so it's like, okay, I understand that they would run the ball well. 2 weeks ago, the Panthers have arguably the best running back in the National Football League and a surefire MVP candidate. He's going to win Offensive Player of the Year. He's unreal in Christian McCaffrey. So you're playing against 2 very good running backs, or not really running backs, 2 really good running teams, and yet you held the Panthers and Christian McCaffrey to 13 points, and the Cardinals, short week, game 25, and still won the game. Now, are you concerned about the Ravens, especially after what we saw, last night, taking on the New England Patriots, Lamar Jackson, Mark Ingram, they're running all over the place? Sure, I would be concerned, but you only play the Ravens once this year, and then I guess, which, is a regular season game, which matters, but, not that much. And then I guess in the Super Bowl, so no, I'm not concerned yet. Do I want to see the run defense play well? Of course I do. Do I think they're going to have a good test on Monday night against Seattle? Yes, Chris Carson's a good running back, so we'll see. If they have another bad game against Russell Wilson and company, maybe we'll go a little bit more concerned, but overall, no. The past 2 teams are just good running teams in the Cardinals and Panthers, and good running teams are able to run the football. The fact of the matter is, 49ers blew out the Panthers and still beat the Cardinals, so I'm not that worried. I'm not worried about either? Winning money when I bet on the 49ers, because it basically happens every single week because they're 8-0. You guys want to get in on the winnings? BetDSI is our partner for this. I'm telling you guys, chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code 49ers. It's so simple. You literally go to chatsports.com/bet. Use your promo code 49ers, get a 120% deposit bonus, and then you bet on the 49ers. Now, you can bet on other teams and other leagues and all that kind of stuff, but with the Niners balling out, why would you not bet on the 49ers? Again, catsports.com/bet. Use the promo code 49ers. Trying to help you guys out here to win some money because I'm winning a lot of money doing it. All right, Keith Edminster, I think, asks, do you think we need to beef up our secondary, and if so, how? Okay. Right now, no. Obviously, the 49ers secondary is great. It's one of the better secondaries in the league, and they're only going to get better with Ahkello Witherspoon coming back from injury, most likely on Monday night. Now, in the offseason, if we're looking ahead to the offseason, bolstering it in what way? Like signing people? Because again, I mean, you got Tart there. You obviously have Jimmy Ward there playing well. The most recent move, or the most realistic move I could see the 49ers doing in the next couple of seasons, maybe in the offseason, moving Richard Sherman to safety, and then starting Witherspoon and Mosley at both corners. Now, Richard Sherman should still be able to give you at least 2 more years of good high-level cornerback play, but when you got a guy like Emmanuel Mosley who's literally fighting for playoff time, demanding playoff time because he's playing so well, and Witherspoon playing well again, you can see a scenario where they move off of one of the safeties, move Sherman up there, and have Witherspoon, and then also Mosley on both sides. It's a good problem to have, let's just say that. It's a very good problem to have right now for the 49ers. So I don't think we need to bolster it yet. I think in the offseason, the draft is going to be a lot more offensive heavy in terms of maybe adding an offensive lineman, maybe adding another wide receiver, maybe adding a linebacker on the defensive side. But in terms of secondary, it's been a really impressive miracle. The 49ers went from being the worst rated Pro Football Focus secondary last year to a top 5 secondary in literally one off season. All right, have you guys subscribed to our Chat Sports 49ers only YouTube channel, the one you're watching this on most likely? A lot of you have. We're at, 7,100 subscribers? Can we get to 8,000 by the time they play on Monday night against the Seahawks? Can we? Hit the red subscribe button. I know you guys love these videos. The more subscriptions we have, the more videos we can put out. Hit the subscribe button. Would greatly appreciate it. Okay, Nicholas Cdo, I think, on YouTube, I don't know, asks, would this Niners team, this is a good one, would this Niners team beat the 2011 or 2012 Harbaugh Niners? Remember 2012, or I guess go back to the 2011 Harbaugh Niners, 13-3 with Alex Smith for the majority of that year. And of course, Kaepernick. And then Kaepernick, obviously, in 2012, whenever they, 11-4-1, whenever they lost to the Ravens in the Super Bowl. I would say it's a lot better than those teams. Now, defensively, they're a lot younger right now, but they had some elite players on the defense, and I get that, but it is a better defense in 2019, and I would argue the offense is much better. Much better. You guys got to remember, Kaepernick's offense with the 49ers way back in 2012 would not work today. The reason why Kaepernick was able to run all over Green Bay in those playoff games is because no one had really seen a read option quarterback run-heavy offense at all in the National Football League. He was kind of the anomaly, and defenses had no idea how to stop it. And of course, you saw once they learned, Kaepernick struggled, and that's really why Kaepernick's out of a job right now, besides the whole protesting the NFL, which is a whole different story. But I think the 49er offense, with the running game they have via the running backs, the zone blocking scheme, and obviously what they have right now with Emmanuel Sanders and Jimmy Garoppolo is a much better offense. Kittle, much better tight end, too. So, I mean, Vernon Davis was good, but Kittle, I think, is a better tight end overall. I think the 2019 49ers would be better than the 12 or 11 49ers. I think Kyle Shanahan's probably a better coach than Jim Harbaugh, even though Harbaugh, of course, was a really good head coach for the 49ers, struggling in Michigan, but that's a whole different story. That's a James Yoder thing, talking about the Michigan Wolverines. Okay, which team is better, 2019 49ers or 2012 49ers? Type 9 down below for the 2012 or the 2019 team. Type 2 down below for the 2012 team. I'm curious about this one. Let's get some debate going. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Couple more here. Go hard or go home asked. I know it's still early, but you see the Niners giving Emmanuel Sanders a contract extension. Yes, I do. I think they should do it sooner rather than later. $5.9-ish million left on his one-year deal here. He'll be a free agent. You spent a 3rd and 4th round draft pick on him. Yes, they're going to re-sign him. Question is, how much will he demand? The better he plays, the more money he's going to want. Will he be in the $12 million a year range, the $15 million a year range, or like the $18 million a year range? Remembering Julio Jones got north of $20 million. He's a better receiver. But, OBJ and the good receivers kind of landed the $19 million a year. So, yes, they are going to re-sign him. You guys would agree, right? The 49ers should sign Emmanuel Sanders to a contract extension, right? Let me know down below. That should be easy. Hitman L asked, why are the Niners still being doubted? We have, one of these questions every single week. They bring Wilson, Rodgers, and Breeze. Niners have beat these quarterbacks with worse teams than this. That's confusing. And it's not like these teams are playing the best teams every week either. I don't understand it. Okay, let me just put a bow on all these questions about the 49ers disrespect level. Because one, we're getting a lot more respect than we had early on in the season. Let me be very clear about that. But remember, these are the teams that we have beaten. The Bucs and Jameis Winston, not a 500 team. The winless Bengals, have they won a game? The winless Bengals. The Steelers, who are playing better, but still with a backup quarterback. The Cleveland Browns are an absolute disaster. The Rams are an average football team, probably one of the better ones we've beaten. Redskins, are they winless? Do they have one win? They're starting a backup quarterback. They're a mess. The Panthers are probably the most impressive win in the Niners season so far. And the Arizona Cardinals. So again, we have not played an elite quarterback yet. I mean, we literally, let's Jameis Winston, Andy Dalton, Mason Rudolph, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, what was it, Hashkins, or were they starting? I don't remember who they were starting. No, it was Keenum. Keenum against the Redskins, Kyle Allen, the Panthers, and Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. Had not played an elite quarterback yet, and the national pundits like to see you beat elite quarterbacks. Now, the good news for us all is that we're going to be playing elite quarterbacks. Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, how about Aaron Rodgers, and then Lamar Jackson on the road. So we have some very good competition coming up, and obviously the Saints are later on in the year as well. So if we're being disrespected right now, so what? Let's go beat these other top quarterbacks. We'll earn even more respect. No harm, no foul. Okay. Question, is Seattle the biggest game of the year? So far on Monday, I mean, the answer should be yes. I mean, how worried are you about the Seahawks game on Monday night? Get them at home, though. Let me know what you guys think down below. And finally here, let's do one more. Blake Hurd, maybe brother of Jalen Hurd, I don't know, asked, do you think the less than normal, okay, hang on. Do you think the less than normal stellar performance of the defense, I guess against the Cardinals, was due to the short week, or because how tough divisional games tend to be? I think both. I mean, Thursday night games. Did I say this on Monday or Tuesday? I think I did on the 49ers report. I was basically like, hey, listen, Thursday night, divisional opponent. It's a good offense. You know, they scheme well. It could be a trap game. Take care of business. Now, it was a trap game, but the 49ers took care of business. They got the win on the road in a hostile environment on a short week. So again, I do not think we can judge the Niners based on that, or really judge the Niners based on the Panthers game as well, even though Christian McCaffrey balled out. I think it was just, Niners aren't going to win by 40 points every single week, guys. That's just a fact of the matter. Can they win by 10? 14? Sure. But it is the National Football League. That's why we all love it, because anyone can beat anyone at any given time of the year. So, I'm not concerned yet. The Seahawks game is going to be a tough battle, a team we could very easily lose to. And even if we do, the sky will not have yet fallen in San Francisco. We are going to lose at some point. If you're thinking we're going to go 16-0, I hate to break it to you. It's not going to happen. Just prepare yourself for it. That way when it happens, you're like, oh, Thomas warned us, not an issue. We still have 8, 9, 10, 11 wins. We're going to go to the playoffs. We're a great football team. We're fine. So we'll see what happens going forward, but no, not too worried about the 49ers defense. All right, again, be sure to subscribe. Plenty of more stuff coming up this week as we lead into the Seattle game on Monday night. Plenty of coverage regarding that, so be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell. You guys want to be the first ones to watch these things, right? Come on, it's very simple. Again, all the time we have for today on the 49ers mailbag video here on a Monday. I'm Thomas Mott for Chat Sports, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.